Welcome back to the D4 channel. Today we'll be doing Andor episode 12 spoiler review. Now I thought I did this with my other counterpart Daniel Edward, but apparently I think I deleted the footage on accident. So it's just going to be me here today talking about the season finale of Andor. So if you haven't seen Andor episode 12, which you probably have to be honest at this point, but if by some chance you have not seen Andor episode 12, leave now because this will be a spoiler review. Now, before we get into the review, like and subscribe to the D4 channel. I am making it a point to make more consistent videos, especially on Star Wars for both here and Hamtainment. So please like and subscribe to the D4 channel first and foremost. If you like what you see here from me or my counterpart Daniel Edward, like and subscribe to our other channels, Hamtainment and the Beanie Moon channel. But anyways, let's get to this review of Andor episode 12. Now, this is the season finale of Andor, and I have to say, I absolutely adore this show. So many good quotes came from this last episode, from Nemik's journal talking about how tyranny is unnatural. It has to constantly try to control other people. And that is a good way to say basically the Force wants freedom. The Force wants life. And tyranny and fear and control is against the natural order of things. So I love that. I love Marva's whole speech at first of all, the whole funeral scene of Marva's was done so beautifully. The band playing the theme song of Andor. Everyone seems to be coming back on Ferrix. They're all dressed in their funeral attire. Everything was done so perfectly, and all the episodes building that people are saying it's slow or nothing's happening, it all builds up to this entire funeral. Marva gives her speech about how the dead lifts her, and how if she could do it again, she will wake up every day early to fight the Empire, and that is what happens. Her speech inspires Ferrix to fight the Empire. They are not here to come and go. They are here to stay. They're like a poison. I love the whole thing about there's a wound in the center of the galaxy, and I'm just thinking about Palpatine as the Emperor in the center of the galaxy on Coruscant. He is the wound that will never heal, and he's spreading his chaos across the lands. And the thing I love about Andor and other shows like Star Wars Rebels, how you show these little pockets of rebellion happening across the galaxy. And like Nemik says in his journal, you have these little bit of pockets around the galaxy, and eventually it becomes this one big thing, which we know now, of course, to be the rebellion. Also, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, also says as much at the end. When everyone flies in to save, the resistance from the Final Order, and they're like, I didn't know they have a fleet, and it's like, it's not a fleet, it's just people. And this show does a fantastic job of showing just how people, if they come together, can be a force that can be unstoppable, even to the might of something like the Empire. So seeing all that was fantastic. Brasso hitting that Imperial with the brick is fantastic. Like, I love the whole thing. After they threw B2 Emo over, I'm like, everything has to go down. One thing I do love about this show is they make stormtroopers scary again, because when the riot is happening, stormtroopers aren't missing. They're mowing down the civilians that are fighting back. So the great thing about this show is they have made the Empire look a lot more scary than we usually get, because let's be honest, Star Wars again is made kind of for children, but this show was made for teenagers / adults. I think that's why this show has so much great critical review. And I love Andor. It's a welcome addition to the Star Wars universe. It's not my go-to for if I want to rewatch something on Star Wars, but we need this to fill in the galaxy. So I thought everything that was going on was fantastic. Deidre's character, Cyril's character, how he basically saves her from being trampled alive during the riot. I thought that was great. I thought their whole relationship was great. Axis, aka Luthen, hearing Marva's speech, and I think he kind of knows that before he was a little heartless because he didn't really see what his actions were causing in these little rebellion groups that he was doing. But after hearing her speech, I think he realizes how much of a fight and how much these people matter in this fight for freedom. So at the end, obviously we know that Cassian now joins Luthen in the fight for the rebellion. So I'm very curious to see where that goes in season two, which will be the last season. So that should be very exciting. I pretty much know that Luthen most likely is not going to make it out of this fight because where is he in the original trilogy or hell even Rogue One? But also at the end credits, we do see that what they've been working on in the prison were parts for the Death Star. So it's very fun to see that Cassian unwillingly helped create something that basically destroyed him in the end of Rogue One. So that was cool to see in the end credit. Everything was fantastic in this season finale. Honestly, I wish they did do the 5 seasons they planned to do, one season for each year of Andor's life leading up to Rogue One. But the next season will be the last season. I guess I'll do 3 episode arcs that will do a little time skip. But for the first season, I absolutely love Andor. I think it was a fantastic show. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. And honestly, the whole season as a whole, I give it a 9, probably like a 9.5 out of 10. It is a brilliant show. It's written fantastic. It is the best looking live action Star Wars show because they shot more on location. I will say that. But I am a sucker for a rebellion caused against the Empire. If you throw a little more force and a little more lightsabers in this show, I think this show would have been perfect. But hey, that's just my preference. But let me know what you thought of Andor in the comments below. Did you like Andor? Did you not like Andor? Let me know in the comments below. And again, like and subscribe to the D4 channel for all your Star Wars news and updates and just our own personal opinion here. We are a community, so let us be one like the people of Ferrix. But for me, Hamid Mark, and my counterpart Daniel Edward, may the Force be with you and fight the Empire.